Will Proctor, what a lift, DJ, he gave this pitching staff last year.
Absolutely.
Tucker and C.J. Smith both made great catches yesterday. Here's a 1-2. Swung on and missed. It bounces away from Marshall. It's that nasty breaking ball. Emerson Hancock was hitless for 6 2/3. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. And Will Proctor with a perfect first inning. The motion. Here's a 3-2. Ball 4 low. Strike zone. Here's a pitch off the fist. This has got eyes. Blackwell get a retreat at short though and make the catch.
Just gonna say
Proctor, the 2-2 to Pujols. Called strike 3 with a bender on the outer half. That was a beaut. There's Terada, the third baseman. 2 hopper to short. Cam bobbles, fields, fires, safe. Good stretch there by Sully. Here's Connor Eccles as this pitch is lashed out into left center. That's going to sit down for a base hit. Terada will make it into third, safely standing. Here's a 2-0 pitch, hit sharply into left. That's a base hit. Terada scores. Eccles will stop at second. And Jay Curtis with his first RBI, and the Flyers have a 1-0 lead.
C.J. Smith.
The 1-2 to Blackwell is swung on and missed. He struck him out. Much power, but you can still have some power. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Out of the full line, here's a pitch. Sullivan hits this one sharply towards second. Nice play. Persinger on to first in time. So 3 up and 3 down.
The swerve.
Here's a 1-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Willie P with his 5th K. Here on our Athens flagship. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Will Proctor now with 6 K. Here's the payoff pitch to Marshall. Missed downstairs. Shepard works the count full. Ernst payoff pitch. Ball 4. That's a great at bat from Cam. The 2-0 to Bradley. Hit sharply. Fair ball down the right field line. Marshall's going to score. Cleary tracks it down in the corner. Shepard being waved. The throw going to go to third. Close. Safe. Tucker Bradley with a 2-run triple. And the Dogs take a 2-1 lead. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out with some high heat. That was a good battle, and Ernst wins it. That was a long foul ball. Here's a pitch. Tally, it's this one deep into right. This ball's going to land halfway up Kudzu Hill over the scoreboard. A 2-out, 2-run homer. L.J. Tally jumps on it with a no-doubter. And it is 4-1 Dogs.
Bradley gets his first career triple, and L.J. gets his 10th career homer.
This is one of those. Howard Taylor got to stay. This is one of those that's got I guess the no collar. Here's the 3-2 to King. Ball 4 inside. Jerseys with the red letters and numbers. 2-2 to Cable. Bounce towards second base. It'll be an easy play for Persinger on to first in time.
Here's the 3-2. This one's lifted out to deep center field. Long run going back for CJ, and that ball is out of here. He got that one up in the jet stream, and it just carried right on out.
Boy, Persinger, a big, strong guy. As they pointed out, he's a second baseman, more of a first baseman by trade.
3-2, swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Marshall will have to throw him out at first, and he does for out number 1. Called strike 3. Right down the middle, and Tirana was looking for something that. Here's the 2-1. This one's hit back up the middle, slow roller. Tally behind the bag at second, throws on to first in time. Great job there by LJ. That's another one. He's mad at us. Here's the 1-2. This one's hit out to left, coming on and not able to make the play as Eccles as it bounces in front of him. So there you go.
Boy, Terada is way off the bag at third.
1-1 hit on the ground to second and off the glove of Persinger. Marshall on his way to third. And the Dogs have runners at the corners with 1 out. Cam can hit 1 out into left field. Yes, he can. That's not what I was going to say, but we'll take it. Marshall comes in to score.
A big knock there for Cam, his first ribby of the year.
Here's TB, who hits this one deep out to center field. Garrity going back. It's off the wall. Smith, though, had to hold to see if it was going to get caught or not.
The girls have.
Here's the 1-2. This one's chopped third base side. Going to step on the bag for one and across to first. Well, Jeff, you said that's what they needed, and that's what they got. Including several doubleheaders. Swing and a foul tip there, held on to by Marshall for out number 2. It is gigantic. The 1-0 is lifted out to left as Bradley camps underneath, fights the sun, and makes the catch. I cannot believe that Tucker.
When you're rolling up.
Here's the 1-0. This one is fisted up the middle, and it'll be a base hit for King as the second baseman Persinger is able to get a glove on it. King, the runner out at second. This ball is hit high out to right, and this is off the top of the scoreboard. A 2-run homer for Patrick Sullivan, and Georgia now leads it 7-2.
First home run of Patrick Sullivan's career. So much for going the other way. He absolutely smokes that ball. And here, 2 games in, isn't he?
Here's the 3-2 again. Misses high, ball 4, and Mr. Marshall reaches base for the 3rd time. And last year, Wagner appeared in 22 games. He made 3 starts for them. He was 1-4, a 7.25 ERA. Now the 0-1. This one's hit on the ground. Second baseman Persinger makes a nice play going to his right. And they will get Marshall at second to end the inning. Figure in.
Yeah, that should be in.
The 1-2, this one's lifted out to right, and that'll drop for a base hit.
The NCAA tournament. I mean, it is an incredible hit list.
We need to retire number 12.
I'm
jersey.
telling you what. I mean, God is my witness.
3-1. This is downstairs, ball 4. So first and second here with 1 out. Airport. Here's the 0-2. That one bounced up and hit him.
That's a tough break.
Oh, that is a bad break. Almost in the evening. As this one's lined out to center for a base hit. Coming in to score is Cleary, and behind him is Persinger. It's a 2-run single for Terada, and that cuts the Georgia lead to 7-4. Last year he was hurt. Here's the pitch. This one's hit on the ground to short. Shepard has it. He's going to go to first, and that'll do it. Good work there by Christopher. On the carom. Here's the 3-2. Misses downstairs. Earlier I was talking about the grand slam he hit at Florida. He hits this one out into right, and that'll drop for a base hit. RBI single for Talley, and Georgia extends the lead to 8-4, and I love the fact that
here in the middle innings.
Yeah, no kidding. Riley King stands in, and he hits this one back up the middle for a base hit. So Georgia's still got something cooking here with 2s. R.J. Wagner, and now the freshman Dylan Keller.
He's got some hair. TJ Cleary's way deep and right.
And the 3-1 misses low, and Cable reaches, and the bases are loaded.
So far today.
Here's the 3-1. This is downstairs, ball 4. Bases loaded walk, an RBI for Sullivan, and Georgia now leads at 9-4. It's a good number there.
Got to bring down those walks, and that has just killed the Flyers here today.
2-2 pitch. There's called strike 3. Just took Cox 1 extra pitch to get it.
67 with 15 stolen bases, and hits this one sharply. Diving stop from Talley, safe. Infield single. Singer and Pujols, the newcomers. This is off the fist, down the line at third, over a reaching Shunk. A little squirt base hit that caroms off the bullpen, and Christofax thinking, man, I could be out of this inning, but the runner's on first and second with 1 out. Here's a 3-1. Misses downstairs, and the bases are loaded. So bases loaded with 1 out. He's being played to go the other way. Maxwell over a couple of steps in left center. Off the fist. Glover gonna go home. 1, 2, 3, double play. Ball finds you.
Yes, it does.
Here's a payoff. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Here's a 1-2. Cam smokes this one out into right center field. This ball is going to sit down and go all the way to the wall. Have a day, Cam Shepard. He'll pull in safely, standing to second base with his first double of the year. Off second with one out. Here's a pitch called strike 3 on the outside corner. So a couple of K's looking, sandwiched around the Shepard double.
Carroll wouldn't know what time was going to be home.
3-1 ball 4. Calamato, the 2-2. Smoked out into right field. Cleary to his right, not going to get there. Base hit. Shepard scores. Shunk safe at second. 10-4 Dogs. Well, DJ, you said you want to play tomorrow. Calamato, the 1-2. That hit him and the bases are loaded. There you go. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 3 Ks in the inning, but Georgia gets a run. One for 3 here today with 2 ribbies and a couple of runs scored. As this is off the fist out into right, that'll drop in for a base hit. So Terada is aboard. Cox looking in. Here's a 1-2. Chased one in the dirt. Strike 3. Throw down to second. Safe, and that goes off the glove of Shepard. So that'll be a strikeout and a wild pitch. Here's a 1-2. Strike 3 swinging, and the side is retired. Back-to-back case.
800 miles an hour.
Swung on and missed. Some high heat, and Marshall goes down swinging. Here's a pitch. Popped him up. The second baseman Persinger gets called off, and the shortstop Blackwell makes the catch on the outfield grass just beyond the bag at second.
Innings at Heritage High School.
3-1, bounced up the middle and through for a base hit. So Blackwell aboard with the leadoff single. From the letters, the 0-1. This is lifted out into left center. That's going to drop for a base hit. This one is going to roll to the wall. Blackwell will be waved around third. Shepard with a throw coming home, not in time. And the ball gets past the catcher, Mark. Randon Jernigan in right for Georgia. Maxwell in center, Bradley in left, and Wilcox just hit him. Here's a 1-1. This is hit high out into center. Not going to be deep enough to leave the yard, but it will score a run. So that'll be a sac fly to center. Wilcox's payoff. This is lifted out into left center for a base hit and maybe more. Maxwell will cut it off, and he will hold Persinger to a single as Cleary takes third, and now that tying run is in the on-deck circle. In 5 days, Shunt came in and faced 8 and struck out 6. Away from putting the tying run at the plate. Here's a payoff. Hit high out into center. Maxwell retreating. He will make the catch for out number 2, and Shunt at the belt, righty on righty, the 3-2. Ground ball towards first. Sully to a D, flips to Shunt in time, and that's the ball game. Georgia's now 2-0 on the season, 3-1 on the putout. Dayton rallies and scores 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no Georgia errors, and Persinger stranded at first base. 10-7 the final.